Hey, let's build a tall bike. We're going to make one similar to that. And here we go. So the first thing you do is you get a suitable victim as a donor, whatever, junk, whatever, and pull the front end off. It's laying right there. You can see there's the front end and all. Pull it off and lay the whole everything up there and just leave that. And next we're going to go get our little handy-dandy stand and stand this thing exactly at the right position. Oh, first we got to take the seat off. Okay, that's all you got to do. Take the front end, seat off, and okay, and then we'll go get our stand and we'll elevate this, and that'll be the next episode. All right, I brought my little stand out. It's just some angle iron that I welded together, and this piece of material came out of a wall partition. And anyways, you take us a bungee cord and strap it all on right there. And what I've done is, what's important is you got a distance, you got a plane here and a plane here, and the seat needs to be in exactly the proper plane between those 2 points. Okay? If you're too far forward, then you're stumbling. If you're too far back, then you're in a giant wheelie all the time. You don't want that. So you stick it right in the right spot, and it feels good, and it's real easy. So we're going to post up from wherever the right spot is. We'll post up from there to the seat. That's next. And I just bungee corded this on down here. Got the pedal all wrapped like that, keeping it nice and tight. And it's at the right angle. So everything's going to happen from here forward. The boneyard. And found us a donor front end. So I'm going to take and chop that off right now. And slice it there with the, where is it? The old tool there. We're just going to whack that off right there and weld it onto this. All right. Okay, so I was out in my scrapyard and I found this Stingray seat, and it just happened to have that piece of pipe on there, which just happens to fit in. I don't know who did that, but thank goodness, because it gives me adjustment that way and adjustment up and down. So, and it's just in the right spot, right over. You have to be in that right spot right there, the sweet spot. And then I chopped that front end off and got everything lined up, and so it's somewhat square, hopefully. Doesn't matter if it isn't. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, and then I looked around at a lot of materials and I came up with this for a frame. IKEA. And then I cut it and split it and opened it up like that, and I ground that down so we could weld right there, and this is going to be right, it'll be tacked on right there, welded on, and then those ears will be pounded down and welded all around, forming a nice weld. And this comes up here and will be welded right to that, and I'll probably put a top tube up there too, some little thing to, you know, give it some support and make it look neat. You'll see. Anyways, that's it. And notice that I've gotten the angle of the front end so that this goes down right to pad point, and it's real sweet. And okay, that's it for now. Now I'm going to weld the frame together. Now I have welded the member up there, got everything lined up and straight, and eyeballed it. And you got to take your time and make sure everything is square and copacetti and whatnot. And this one is, you know, pretty decent. And what I did was, let's lay this down. I got to do the bottom yet. Turn this over. I split it. Where's the finger? Oh, there it is. I split it right there and pounded it out, and then after I welded it up, then, or welded the tack on, then I pounded it down, and now I will weld all around that and make a nice wide connection there. And the same thing, this here was a big gap, so I just took some other steel and melted it in there right along with the weld and filled it all in. And I'm not done yet, but It'll be nice and strong. I'm not worried about it. And I am going to put another small frame piece off that top where the top tube was. We'll come up with something interesting. All right. I welded this little piece in here to give it a little bit of strength up here, and I kind of make it a little more solid and whatnot. And got a neck and stuck down in the head, and cut the handlebars off right there, and welded another front end on right there, and then the handlebars will be off of this, somewhere off of this was where the handlebars will be. There's the seat. So once I get the gears going and get the brakes hooked up, we'll be all done. Now I have welded the front end to the handlebars, and actually wound up turning the neck around to get the handlebars, and turn the front end around to get the handlebars back a little bit further, and turn this neck around just to get them a little bit closer. And now I'm getting ready to do the seat. It's going to be right there. I took it out and tested it. Okay, that's okay. When you're creating one-of-a-kind inspirations, sometimes you have to make some changes. I had to cut the head loose down except there and bend it out a little bit and get my pad point a little bit better. And the front end I had on there didn't work right, didn't feel right, and the handlebars weren't right. I needed more height, and I have to raise the seat up. So I'm going to cut that frame down there and raise the seat up about yay much. Anyways, that's what it takes. And don't forget to put your kickstand on. Indispensable to have a kickstand.